Hello, it's Runny Duck back again, and today, as the video title tells you, I've got 3 videos, and it's for my free mark games in the Soviet medium tank, the STG. Now, this tank, I love this tank. I played the Guardian, which is basically the sort of skinned version of this tank prior to 6.0, and I free marked that tank. Then, so I already knew that I liked the tank, but I had never played the tank on 6.0 or 7.0 since all the sort of crew perks and accuracy buffs and the reload buffs. And I've got to say, I think I enjoy it even more. I really enjoyed free marking this tank. And the first replay we got for you is on mines, and I thought I'd show you the sort of standard location I like to take on mines. I like to try and push this position. You see, I was already pre-aiming the hill because you have to expect they're gonna a tank's gonna try and take the hill, and because I pre-aimed that, I managed to get a shot into the vanguard on the move there, which is great to get that nice little early bit of damage in. Now, this is the position I was always planned on taking at the start of the game. Now, what this does is you do take this position. It's a really solid position because now, if the enemy tried to push the hill, they're sort of stuck in a crossfire now. So there's almost, you see there that Carnarvon, he wasn't actually looking to be there, and he's put him in a really awkward angle. Now, so that's why I really like this position. The only downside to this position is you can get hit by the fun police, but it's still such a solid position. Now, the enemy team have actually pushed straight round and come around the back of the map, and which does quite often happen on this spawn variant of mines. But as you can see from this position, I'm also able to shoot them as they try and cross now, and they're almost in a crossfire as well, because if you notice, we've got a tank destroyer at our base in that sort of position, which is quite a nice position for a tank destroyer because he can now get shots of them advancing, but I've now got another angle of them shooting them as they're trying to push through into the open, so that almost puts them in like a really nasty situation. So that's why I do like this position. The only sort of downside to say is artillery, and also if they do manage to take the hill, you can then get shot down from the hill, and they can get shoot down the hill, so then you may have to move. You may have to decide that you're going to drop down that little gap into the water and try and think of a different idea. But early on, this is a great position. On such a small map like mine's, from this position I can shoot the people sort of stuck by the hill behind me, and I could also poke out and shoot their cameras at the back of where sort of their base down the sort of 4 line if they get spots. There's lots of angles that I can shoot from. Now, yeah, as you say, I've already managed to sort of pick up sort of 1,500 damage, and it's just a sort of just trying to pick up damage where I can. Basically, they're still sort of fighting. I'm going to try and get some side shots, try and get one through the sort of turret face of the Carnarvon there. Maybe not a great shot, but yeah, I was hoping I might be able to get shot into with the tank, sort of the Tigers crossing towards the base, but I couldn't quite work a shot in. But I tried to go for some polar, I just missed that unfortunately. But yeah, as you say, that's why I like this position anyway. This sort of game anyway, as you can see, we took most of the map control, and it's one of them games where it looks like we're clearly winning now. I'm just going to try and make the most out of it, get a shot through the lower plate. Yeah, just trying to work this position, get as much damage as you can. I do really enjoy this tank, and you see I'm using this position. I'm sort of reversing up because of the rear turret of the tank. It's actually quite ideal for doing this. It allows me to reverse out, get a shot, and then I can drive forward quickly to get out of the way of the line of fire. It's quite a nice tank like that. Now, it's sort of end game now. I'm just trying to find out where can I get damage. I was thinking about pushing straight to their base, but then we see this medium in the back, and I'm thinking I should be able to get one shot into him here, which I do, and I also managed to shut him down. And now it's just a case of pushing forward and see what we can get. Now, I'm pushing forward on to see. I was planning that there was going to be at the back of the base, but then we spot this Indian Panzer on full health, and I'm thinking, yes, I'm also full health now. So now it's a situation where with my 390 Alpha, if I can just trade 1 for 1 it's an ideal scenario. You know, it's the end game. I don't need my hit points anymore, so I'm more than happy just to trade 1-for-1 with this guy, which is what we're happening here. We're just sort of using this wreck to wait for my reload, because obviously he would out reload me, but I'm making it so we just trade 1-for-1, and that's what we do. He hits another shot into me, but I've got 390 alpha, so I'm always going to win if we can trade out like that. We spot this artillery, we'll stop the Stark on the right, and hoping just to see if I can get any more shot. At this stage I'm thinking, can we just get one more shot into anything? We don't manage to get shot into the TD, but we know where the artillery is going to be hiding. Now, I'll show you where I get a shot to this RT as well. It might be worth taking a note at this. What will often happen is the artillery will hide behind these buildings you'll see in a minute and wait for you to come around the corner and shotgun you. But if they are in that position, which you'll see this hut in front of me, you don't have to go round to get shot into him. You can pop round here, you see he's completely unaware, little piggy trying to get shotgun on me, but I've just put a little shot through the gap and shut him down, which is what we want to see. Now, yeah, that's it for that game anyway. So I managed to pick up 3 kills. I did get a blind shot in by the looks of it, so I got 4,227 damage, base XP of sort of just over 1,800, 1,600 assistance. So yeah, all in all, not a too bad game really. And as you say, even though I was firing full premium rounds, I still managed to make 60,000 silver, so not too bad. High caliber ace tanker. But yeah, that's it for this one, and I will see you in a bit for the second replay. Okay, so we're back again for the second replay on one of the new maps. If you watched my previous video in the pattern, I think my last video I did before this, I had a map on this map but from the opposite spawn. This map, we're fairly bottomed here in this game, but we don't let that stop us from having a pretty big game, especially when you consider we are quite bottom tier. So yeah, the start of this map, as I say, the map is pretty big, so it's going to take us a little while till we get into position. But my plan is basically to push up to sort of the B3 position, basically. Try, if I can, I want it to be aggressive. Although we are bottom tier, you know, I still don't want to. To be honest, most of the time, even if I'm bottom tier or top tier, I tend to play the same. I don't really let that bother me, so I try to be aggressive and try and get across, because I don't want to be sat there just sniping, because to be honest it's a little bit boring. So I want to try and push across and take this early position, in the hope that if I light them up I'll actually end up getting some assistance from my guys who usually sort of hang back a little bit. But as it stands, I don't actually think I managed to pick up that much assistance, but you know, that's what I was planning for anyway. So I popped this crown rather, and I know that this is fairly risky because when I poke up I might get shot from the other guys which are unlit yet at the back, but at the same time it was very early on and I knew I played quite aggressively, and I knew I got here reasonably quickly, so there was a good chance they would be ready for me, so I took that opportunity to get that shot in there. Now I'm pushing up here to try and spot these crossing, because what I don't want them to do, I don't really want them to get to where I am, because if they get to where I am, I feel like that's when they get the map control. If I take this position from them, it almost sort of forces them back into that little corner, which is the ideal, basically, taking this. Now I've quickly learned, I think this is the game I learned, that do not go into the bamboo, because if you go into the bamboo it completely stops your engine, and it really slows you down. You lose all your momentum, and that could have been dodgy. But fortunately I had the building sort of blocking the line of sight, so they couldn't actually get a shot into me, although I was lit. So yeah, as you say, I've taken this position, so now we've basically got 2 angles on them. So if they sort of push out and they get lit by my enemy team, I can now get shots into them, which managed to shut down a tank there. They're Type 59 there. I do take one in return, so I've decided to get behind this rock now and try and play a little bit more cautiously and just try and get some shots in. You know, I'm out of the range where I'm going to get spotted by now, especially that I'm trying to use this little hedge in front of me. and the camo on this tank is fairly decent as well. Now I decided that I feel like I'm going to push them back a little bit now, so I'm going to push round to see if I can open up more angles to get more shots in. As you can see now, I'm able to get more shots into the enemy tanks while I'm still using this bush, and I'm at a distance where I can get shots in. We are relatively outnumbered actually here. Like the majority of our forces have actually pushed, as you can see, pushed around the other flank. So I am trying to play a little bit more aggressively now, just because I want to try and get some shots in, just in case they push around. I also want to get as most out of this game as I could, and plus I didn't want my allied teams to be dying without me punishing people. So fortunately for that, I didn't actually get spotted. I thought that was kind of very risky. I could have got lit there, but I think because of the enemy STG is actually behind the bush himself, so I still get that sort of benefit from shooting him there, basically. If you notice, when I take my shot, I don't always just leave my aimer on him. That's because I don't want him to get the detected symbol and scare him off, basically. So that's why while I'm reloading, I thought there was no point in just hovering over him there. I'll wait till I'm almost reloaded, move in, and then try and get a tracking shot in place. Manage to get another shot into him and track him in place. At this point, I kind of was like, I don't know, I wonder how good his repair crew is. Like, so I'll try and get a shot into him. I think that shot, by the looks of it, it looked like actually derped down a little bit. So I'm wondering if he was actually still there, but that shot missed. But I'm not going to get another one in anyway. So but already I've picked up sort of almost 3,000 damage. So if I die now, I think the marks was relatively low on this tank. So I was probably about at the time where I'm not even going to drop. Well, I'm certainly not even going to drop at this point, really. So if I die now, considering I was bottom tier, it's not the end of the world. But I still, I'm still alive. I still want to try and win this game and get the most out of it. I've had a good start. I want to have a strong finish. Now, I think at this sort of stage, I'm realising that I'm a bit out of my depth. We are a bit outnumbered here, and I need to try and pull back. I still want to try and help my E5 tank over there, but I felt I wasn't going to be able to help him best where I was. I want to be better to move back and shoot while I'm undetected. And you see, I managed to take down that tank which was face hugging him, but now he's in a bit of a bother. There's an S-Conk face hugged him. I try and go for his engine, and I think I actually damaged his engine there, and he's stuck in place. Now I see this light tank, and this is big, and I'm like, oh please, I need to kill him. It's a little bit awkward because of all these pillars you can see blocking my way, but I managed to squeeze one through the gap there and take out that tank, because he was my main threat. Because the S-Conquer, if it's just him by himself, I'm gonna because this is quite such a big map, I'm easily going to be able to outmove him, fall back, keep my distance and get my shots in. But if that light tank lit me, it wouldn't take long for that S-Conquer to do some serious damage to me if I got caught out in the open. Now I'm just trying to, it's 6-4. I'm now up to sort of 4,000 damage. I'm just trying to get as many shots as I can into this S-Conquer and try and get all his health where I can, basically. As you say, he's really taking some punishment. He's properly just trapped out here now. Try and go for a blind shot through his track wheel, but I don't manage to take that. Now this Object 279E comes in, and now this is where it gets a bit interesting, because I'm going to get caught into a situation now where I'm kind of pinned in, but I managed to get a shot through. But as you can see, I can see the S-Conquer. My chisel has engaged him. I'm going to try and get a shot in. I think the chisel's making it a bit difficult for me because he's hugging him, so it made it awkward to get a shot. But I managed to, with this 6.0, 7.0 accuracy perks, etc., I managed to go straight through the top of his cupola and get a shot in, because obviously the accuracy is now filthy. He's come charging in. His Tiger's now got shut down. I see the opportunity to take this S-Conquer out. That's massive. Shut him down, already close to 6k damage. Now I don't want to be in a brawl with this guy. He's got more hit points than me. He's a tier 10 tank, he's got armour. He's going to win that engagement if he manages to get too close to me. So I'm going to try and play this a little bit smart. I wanted him to see where I was, realise where I was, and I wanted him to push me with what he's doing. So now he's pushing me. I'm waiting, and now I'm going to move because I feel like he's full committed now, and I'm going to try and move and try and get my distance again to him, and try and either get some more shots into him as he's running, or hope for my team might come and help a little bit more. But as I move over to here, this leopard comes in, and I was like, oh god, this is now I'm in trouble. I've got to take him out quickly. So I move around this rock, try and bait him round. He snaps his shot. He's made a mistake. He's now dead. So I take him out, and that's such a relief. And now I'm behind this rock. I feel fairly safe, because if this heavy tank comes to me and tries to push me round, we're going to try and sort of bait him round and just sort of wait until I get support, because he's the last tanker left. There's no need for me to die to him. I want to get some more damage, but I need to bait him in now, basically. Baiting him around, as you see, he's coming around. Now he stops, swings his gun, I back up, misses a shot, so I go to get another one for the track wheel, hopefully to put him in place and penetrate him. Got the shot. Now I'm hoping I can try and finish him off, but unfortunately get shut down by my team. But as you can see, bottomed here, so tier 10 game, I actually managed to have quite a nice game in this one. I picked up 5 kills, just shy of the top gun, but 6,500 damage, base XP of 2,545. So as you see, so quite a nice little game there. The end of it was quite enjoyable to play as well. It was always nice when you have a little bit, you have to think a little bit. So I picked up a medal there for killing 2 tanks 2 tiers higher than me, got the high caliber, got the ace. As you say, top of the leaderboard. Quite a nice little game. But yeah, that's it for that one. And obviously the last video we have left is the free mark game. So I'll leave you there, and we'll see you in a minute for the third mark game. Okay then, so we've got the last video for you today, and obviously as the video says, this is the third mark game. Nice quick one for you on Fisherman Bay. So we do have 2 fun police in the game on this one, so we're gonna have to be just a little bit wary of that. But I'm not gonna sit at the back of the map, because obviously the fun police punishes campers. So I'm gonna push forward and try and get as much out of this game. So Fisherman's Bay, I'm gonna do what I normally do, basically take the middle ridge, try and use the bushes to light up anything crossing. Hopefully if I get lucky, I'll manage to pick up some assistance and a couple of pens of shots. So that's always my aim at the first sort of instance on this map, is basically to push this sort of position where I'm about to go and try and spot the cross, and hope to get some assistance damage or get some damage, basically. And then I judge him by what I spot, or how aggressive the enemy play this area. Like if they're over pushing the ridge, I then sort of judge what I'm going to do for the rest of the game going from there. So I'm pushing over, haven't spotted anything yet, but there we go. Posture E75 pushing across, managed to get a shot into him, and then we also spot an enemy stockade taking a bit of a weird angle, so we try and get a track shot into him. We managed to pick up a bit of assistance there, because he's sort of now in the open. I'm hoping just to see if I can get another shot into him, or track him down, get a track shot into him to take him out of the game, but I can't quite work the shot, so I put one into the Malchin. And this is the best start to the game. This is what you want when you're close to your third mark. Start the game, you've got already 1,300 assistance and 1,300 damage, so it's a perfect start to the game. Now this tank's coming in. I know he's a scary autoloader. I'm just going to try and get one shot into him, hopefully maybe into track wheel and then hide. But he's played a little bit silly there, and he's sort of pushed in front of all of our gun lines. And full health tier 8 tank, in the space of 2 seconds, is dead. So not the best play, unfortunately, from myself. But I don't care. I've got a shot of damage into him. So that's all what matters to me. So I'm just going, like I say, I'm trying to just use this sort of ridge. I am worried I might get shot by Artie, but also know that there's a lot of other tanks Artie can shoot at right now. So you're just going to have to, just play it as it is. I'm trying to sort of back out to see if I can spot any tanks, because I've got a feeling that there could always still be some people at the bottom of the map unlit yet, which I haven't been able to spot, but I'm just going to try and use this bush here if there's anything I can spot. Now, bit of a poor shot. I kind of thought the Iron Rain was going to keep moving, so I led the shot, and I missed that one, which is a bit unfortunate, but there you go. That's what I kind of thought was still there, like something at the back there, and that's where that panther was, but fortunately for me, he hit my track and didn't do any damage, and I managed to put one into return. But now I know he's there, I want to try and prioritise him as I can, just because then that's one less angle I need to worry about. So I'm going to try and push back, see if I can light him up. There is this light tank which I can see, so if I can, I'm going to try and use this building to my right just to block line of sight so he can't light me, as long as I stay out of proxy range. Obviously if he came round the corner I would get lit, but I was just trying to play on that balance just to try and get the damage into that panther. At this stage it's still fairly even, but I feel very confident because I don't think they have much map control at the moment, because we sort of won that position when they're crossing over, and now I'm able to play more aggressively on this ridge. Like, I know the enemy team is going to be sort of camping on their sort of base spawn as they usually do, so I'm just trying to you know, spot over there. But we see this E75 crossing. I want to try and take him out as quick as we can, and yeah, he comes through, and now a bit of a poor shot. Probably should have went for the lower track wheel there as he came round, so that was never going to pen with APC on that angle, but never mind. He crosses again, gives us another chance to pick up a kill. And I think at this stage, I think I was fairly close to free marking this tank anyway, so I'm kind of thinking at this point probably already done it. If I can just get another couple of shots in, it'll be free marks. So you managed to get a shot into that Iron Rain, take him down. I'm already up to just over 5k, 5.5k combined, so the mark's only like 3,000 on this, probably not even that, like 2,800 or something, so it's a fairly low mark. So I've probably already got it. I didn't need that much. It's just a case of now trying to push forward and see if I can get any more damage, get any assistance or anything. I got to shut down the fun police, which is just what we wanted to do. Now there's 2 tanks left, they're boxed in, and like I say, it's clean up time, isn't it? It's just trying to get, and at this stage of the game, if I get one more shot, you know, it'd be great. Unfortunately I don't manage to take down that kill. There's just the enemy Italian standard B, yeah, and he's fairly healthy, so I'm thinking I might get a shot here. So I'm just going to try and push over as quickly as I can go and get a shot in, see if I do manage to get one in. But unfortunately he's getting destroyed. He's dumped his full clip, and you know, it gets shut down, so he don't manage to get that kill. But yeah, as always, it was quite a fast-paced game for the end one. Pretty standard practice on that map, but yeah, we managed to pick up just over 4,000 damage, 2,200 assistance, 3 kills, and we did actually manage to pick up the 3rd mark this game, as you see there. So we've got the high caliber and the 3rd mark. So yeah, as always, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed these videos. Now I do actually have another video, another replay, which is going to be coming on someone else's channel shortly. And it's a very big damage game in this tank, so you know, I'll wait till that comes out and hopefully you enjoy that. But as always, you know, thank you so much for my support, and happy tanking.